Hello everyone! My name is Sabrina Melodieuse. Welcome to my channel. In today's video we are doing another wonderful tutorial, and this one is a collaboration with wonderful Yarn Hag Ryan. Yes, it is true, it's a wonderful collaboration. So let's talk about this one. Ryan emailed me and she approached me with a wonderful idea. She said, why don't we make this beautiful item, and I would like it to have a multi-purpose one. So when she put the idea to me, lo and behold, that I was working on a similar item myself, but in a different shape. So this one will be a 12-sided item, and the one I was working on was a simple hexagon. So keep your eyes open, because I will still be doing that tutorial. But when she approached me with that idea, she said she wanted this one to be a blanket turned into, possibly a rug, so blanket or rug, and it can be turned into a bag or hold all, so that when you have it laying flat, it is either a blanket or rug, and then you put your items in here, and then you gather the sides, and it becomes a bag or a hold all, and you can put any items that are already on here. So I did like this idea very much, especially since she wanted a circular one. So I did put my thinking cap on, and I remember that quite a few years ago I made a blanket for my mom, and it was a circular blanket, and she really loved that kind of effect with the swirly bit, just like so here, with a little bit of, these holes here. And she just really loved those a whole lot. So when Ryan approached me to do that, she also said she wanted these holes, because if you take this to the beach, then the sand could fall through very easily. So I thought, okay, well, I think this is a pretty neat idea to use my blanket pattern that I did many years ago and turn it into this item for Ryan. So this item, we will be working on a few rounds that are simply foundation rounds. And then once you've got your foundation rounds done, it is a simple one round repeat until you get the length of your blanket. We are going to have ours as a 36-inch blanket or rug, however you want it to be. It could be smaller, you don't have to do 36. You could make it this big or that big or even that big, it's up to you. Or you could make a full-size bed blanket if you want. It's completely up to you. And it's such a wonderful idea, right? So, and I just love the swirly bit. It is so nice. So of course I will add my pictures during the video, and I will also add Ryan's amazing work, because she has selected such beautiful yarns, and this is working out to be a wonderful, wonderful blanket. Yes, Ryan, you see, you are a genius. So here we are. I hope you will enjoy my tutorial, and I will explain everything as we go along. So I will pause now and we will discuss materials. let's talk materials. To do this particular item, I am using 2 of those balls. So, or skeins, whatever you want to call them. It is Aran, which is number 4 weight in the United States. And each skein has 300 grams. Now in these skeins we do not have any yardage, or do we? No, we do not. So 300 grams and another one, and the size of my blanket will be 36 inches. So we're going to use a whole skein and perhaps just less than half a skein from this one. But you will definitely need more than one, but also definitely less than the second. But you know, it's better to be on the safe side. So I would probably suggest 500 grams or thereabouts of number 4 weight. Okay, and in addition to this beautiful yarn, this one reminds me of the sea, you know, the water and all that. And since Ryan wants this to be like a beach item, this is why I selected this color, and it's pretty neat, right? Okay, so in addition to that, we will also need some rope, and this will be to put on the edging so you can make your blanket as a beautiful rug. And so this will work as the handles. So we will need some of that, and I will tell you just how much you will need very shortly. Okay, now that we have our yarn and our wonderful cord, all we need now is a wonderful crochet hook. And I am going to use, now let's see if we can zoom in quite a bit. I will use a 5mm. Okay, it does not want to focus for me today once again. So maybe I'm too close, right? I don't know. It's hard to know this camera. Anyway, it's a 5mm. Okay. So grab your hook and let's get started. Oh. One last try. No, this is kind of annoying. Okay, so please trust me on that. It's a 5mm crochet hook. So now that we have all our materials and that we are ready to start, let's begin. And for the purpose of this tutorial, I will be using a different yarn to start with. And I will be starting with this yarn, which is the same yarn as the one I have recommended for the tutorial. It's just a different color, that is all. Otherwise, it's exactly the same. So let's pause and let's begin. Okay, we are now ready to start on our wonderful new tutorial on how to do this blanket or rug or bag or holdall. So to begin with, you can either start with a magic ring or chain 4 and slip stitch to form a ring. I am going to work with a magic ring. So let's start. Here is my magic ring. Once you've done that, you're going to chain 3, and this will count as a stitch now and throughout. So chain 3. Let's see if we can get closer. Closer! Yes, okay. And into the ring you're going to do 11 double crochet. Remember, this is round 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. So in total, including the chain 3, we should have 12 stitches. So let's check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, perfect. I will tighten my tail here so the hole shuts. Perfect. And I will slip stitch to the top of the chain 3. And this is how our first round looks like. Just like so, just like any usual, regular round. Okay, round 2. We are ready to start round 2. You're going to chain 3, and basically you're going to do an increase in every single stitch. So in that same stitch, you're going to do another double crochet. And into the next stitch right here, you're going to do 2 double crochet. 1 and 2. And you're going to do that all the way around. And at the end of this round, you will have 24 double crochet. 2 double crochet in each stitch. I will meet you here. And I have now done all my stitches. All I have to do now is join to the top of the chain 3. We now have 24 double crochet, and this is how our work looks. There we are, 2 rounds completed. Round 3, you're going to chain 3. And now you're going to double crochet into the next stitch. And chain 2. And this is where our repeat begins now. You're going to double crochet in the next 2 stitches. One and 2. And chain 2. So I will do that one more time with you. Double crochet in the next 2 stitches. 1 and 2 and chain 2. And you're going to do that all the way around, and I will meet you here. I've done my very last double crochet, so I just need to chain 2, and now you're going to slip stitch to the top of the chain 3 to close the round. And that concludes round 3, and this is what our work looks like. We have these holes here. Round 4, we are now going to chain 3, and we're going to double crochet into the next stitch, and we're going to double crochet into the chain space, just like so. And then chain 2, and here is where our repeat begins. We are going to double crochet in the next 2 stitches and also in the chain space. So we are going to do 3 double crochet. So 1, 2, and once you've done these 2 double crochet, you're going to double crochet in a chain space. And that creates the 3rd double crochet and chain 2. So we're going to do that one more time. Double crochet into the next 2 stitches. And double crochet into the chain space. and chain 2. And you're going to do this all the way around. I will meet you when you get to about here. So I've completed my last double crochet. I just need to chain 2 and slip and join with a slip stitch to the top of the chain 3. At the end of this round you should have 36 double crochet and 12 chain 2 spaces, and it will look just like that. And you should start to see, you know, these little swirly things forming. Might be a little bit early at this stage to, you know, to be able to do that. Anyhow, the next round is round 5, and it is a repeat round. So I'm going to do this round with you, and then I will just talk you through the rest until you get to the desired length of your blanket. So we are going to chain 3, and we're going to double crochet into the next 2 stitches. And also into the chain space. And chain 2. And this is where the repeat begins now. You're going to double crochet into each stitch and chain space. So you're going to do 3 double crochet into, you know, to these stitches here. So 1, 2, 3, and 1 into the chain space, plus chain 2, just like so. Then you're going to do double crochet in the next 3 stitches and into the chain space and chain 2 until you get to the end of this round. When you get to the end of this round, I'll be back and I will tell you what to do next. Okay, so now I have finished my very last double crochet, so I will chain 2 and join with a slip stitch on top of the chain 3. At the end of this row you should have 48 double crochet and 12 chain spaces. And this is what it looks like. So the next round, here we are, you will chain 3 and you will double crochet into the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and into the chain space and chain 2. And then the repeat is very simple. You're going to double crochet into the next 4 stitches and into the chain space. So the increases are always worked into the chain spaces. Every time you put in a double crochet into the chain space, this is the increase, and this is how it will grow and have more stitches every round that you repeat. So I will let you carry on until you have the size that you require. I am going to go back to my other blanket and make sure that I have 36 inches. So this in diameter will be 36 inches. So depending how big you want it to be, you could even stop here. It's entirely up to you. Or you could do a little bit bigger, or you know, a humongous size. Either way, when you're happy with the size, then I will show you how to do the border and how to add the cord. So I will carry on with my blanket and I will meet you when I'm done. Okay, so now I am at the point where I'm very happy with the size of the blanket, rug, or whatever you want to call it. And the diameter measures 36 inches, or it is 91 centimeters. Don't know if you can see. 36 inches or 91 centimeters. So this is where I'm at now. and all we have left to do is one round for the border, and then we'll have to add the cord, and I will show you how to do that. So before we go any further, now that we have finished our size blanket, over here, each section, like so here, as you can see, there's one section, and then there's another section, and we should have 12 sections in total. But each section, for me personally, I've got 28 double crochet and chain 2. So now we're going to change that a little bit with our very, very last round. So to do our very, very last round, which is the border, we just need to rejoin our crochet hook to the yarn and begin. And this again is very, very easy, you will see. So let us see if we can just position ourselves for the video. Okay, I think this is it. I am ready to start. Okay, so we're going to chain 1. And really, in each and every stitch, we are going to do a half double crochet. You do that all the way here in each stitch until you get to the chain 2 space. So I will start this round with you. Now here's our first stitch. You're going to do a half double crochet. And I will do a few more stitches with you. So let's do that. And I've chosen a half double crochet over the single crochet because single crochet does go a little bit too tight, and you don't want the thing to be too tight on the edge of the round, because it will start to bunch up and it won't be as good. So let's carry on with a half double crochet. So I'm not going to do all my half double crochets in front of you here. I'm going to pause and I will rejoin you when I'm at my first chain 2 space, and I'll tell you what to do next. Okay, so now I have done my 28 half double crochet. I am not sure, I really don't know how many half double crochets you have, but you will have done a half double crochet in each stitch until you get to the chain 2 space. When you get to the chain 2 space, all you have to do in here is 2 half double crochet. And that's it, just that. So 1 and 2, and that's it. You're going to do that all the way around. A half double crochet in each stitch, and when you get to the chain 2 space, you're going to do 2 half double crochet. It is that simple. So you're going to do that all the way around. Remember, a half double crochet in each stitch and 2 half double crochet when you get to the chain 2 space. I will meet you when we get here to finish this round, and I will talk about the cord. Okay, so I am nearly at the end of this round. All I have to do is just 2 more half double crochet in a chain space, and then it will be the end of this round. That's it, that's the end. All I have to do is slip stitch to the first stitch and fasten off. And I'm kind of chuckling to myself now, and I will tell you that why in a moment. So I'm going to cut the yarn, and we are now ready to weave in the very last end. I did use a couple of skeins So, and admittedly, I haven't even used half of the second skein, but anyway, that means that there are more, ends to sew. Not many, but, a couple more. So, I will do this right now. Whilst I'm doing this, I will tell you why I'm chuckling. So, in every segment here, I have a total of 30 half double crochet. And we are working in the rounds. So if you do the maths, 30 times 12, that equals 360. And what do we have in a circle, my friends? Yes, exactly. We have 360 degrees. Well, that just really amused me, and I thought I would share that with you. I never really worked, this pattern to become like 360 stitches, but now that it's worked up like that, it's just really an amusing little fact, right? So here we go. We have now cut this. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and measure how much exactly you need of some cord, and then we will be ready to put it on. So let us see now. Maybe we can zoom out a bit. Yes, it's really hard to show, but very soon I will be showing you either a clip outside or inside the house where it's on the floor, or I'll take some pictures, or pictures or videos. You will see. Okay, so now I have my cord, and I am using just over 3 meters, and I'm not sure what that is in feet or whatever, but I'm using just over 3 meters. So here's my cord, and all we're going to do really is weave in and out of these little holes, these chain spaces, the cord. You can do that from anywhere, so let's do that. I'm going to start mine from under the blanket. So with the right side facing you, you're going to feed the cord through the back side. And you're going to get quite some length because it has to go all around, okay? So almost all of it. And just weave it in and out of all the holes. That's all you're going to do all around. So let's do that, and then we will see what we will do next, which is super exciting because it's almost the end of this tutorial. Trying to not get caught up anywhere with this, because it's a little bit awkward with a camera. It is an awkward angle, and things are getting caught up a little bit. Okay, let's carry on. I'm just getting some more cord. And why am I doing this in front of the camera? I don't know, but anyway, I'm nearly done, so I may as well carry on. Oh, I do have a little tip to share with you, and I will tell you that in a little minute. Okay, so we are now at the end. I have weaved the cord all around. I just need to make sure that it's nice and flat, so I'll be back in a second. So now I have put my cord all around, and it is very important to make sure that you do this whilst it's laying flat, because you don't want the cord to be too short or way too long. Okay, so if it's too short, it will really not look right, and it will be a complete waste of cord. So you do want to make sure that it fits nicely all around. And then when you're done, you've got both ends on the wrong side, and you're now ready to make a knot if you like. So I'm not going to do it too tight, I might just do it right here, but anyway it will be on the back side. So let's do just a knot. You can do whichever knot method that you decide. I'm just doing this knot and making sure that it will be nice and tight. Tight, 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 so that it will not go anywhere. And then you will just need to cut some of the cord. And when you cut the cord, I do have a little tip. See here at the edge, where it might start to fray a little bit. You may want to block that, so however you want to do that, either with some glue, because you could do that with some glue, or I am going to use some sellotape. You see here, I just use some sellotape. So I will do that when I'm done. And I'm going to cut some cord now. There we are. So we are really officially done with our project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some pictures of how it is laying flat as a rug or blanket, and how it works as a bag or a holdall, and hopefully you will like it. So there you go, you've got your finished item, and I really hope that you will enjoy it. Whether you will take it to the beach or to a park or just in the house, or even if you just use it as a little blanket for a baby and you don't have to use any cord at all, or a blanket for yourself, it is entirely up to you what you will do with this project. So at the end I will put some pictures, and that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you very much for joining me or watching, and until the next time, happy knitting and crochet everyone!